Hey everyone, hello and welcome to the Gallivanting Soul and welcome to Kashmir. Well, as you can see, I am in Kashmir and today is the 2nd of March, which is a very special day here because it's the start of Ramadan. Now, I am currently staying in Bandipora at my friend Baabarr Mudacer's place. I decided to do something different this time. Ramadan has already begun and the whole family is fasting. I decided to join them and do my first roza with the family. This is going to be a very unique experience for me. I am familiar with fasting because in a few days, even the Catholics are going to enter the season of Lent, which is a season of 40 days of fasting. Uh, but I think a rosa is very different. So I wanted to try it, and what better place to do it than with my Kashmiri friends and here in Kashmir. So, well, I am on a fast. It's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And last night I had my last meal, which was around 11 o'clock. And then I woke up at 3:30 for Sehri, but I wasn't hungry and I'm not used to eating at that part of the morning. So I skipped the Sehri. But something very interesting happened just around quarter to 4 after I had woken up. I heard the beating of drums. So there was a man who was going around the village beating drums. So in the morning when I woke up, I mentioned it to the family and they said that the person is called Seharkhwaans. So he's a person who wakes up the entire, neighborhood to wake up for prayers and, for Sehri basically, and to have their meal at that part of the morning. So that was quite interesting, and it is basically a dying thing now because you don't find people doing that anymore, and it happens more in the villages. And now people have phones and to set alarms. But in the olden days, it seems that is how they used to wake up the village. They would come around beating these drums or different. And there used to also be a man with a lantern accompanying him because it used to be dark, and obviously those days there used to be no street lights. Now there is a man in this village who's been doing it for the last 22 years, it seems, and he's probably the last one who's going to do it. And I was so thrilled to have had the opportunity to actually hear him. So I'm going to start from last night when I heard him. I'm going to just put in a little clip which I took. It was completely darkness, and let's see how my day unfolds, because now I'm just going to go out for a little drive, enjoy my time with the family, and then let's see what happens at Iftar, and let's see how I'm going to break my fast. Stay tuned till the end of this video. It's almost 4 a.m. and it's Sehri time. This is the time when people wake up and will have their meal, and I think they'll probably have their prayers. But I just woke up to the sound of the beating drums, which I guess is signaling for people to wake up during Sehri time. So I'm going to find that out in a little while. But for now, I won't be joining them because I can't eat so early in the morning. But let's see how this day goes. I'm really looking forward to it, and it's quite interesting. I left for the hills of Bandipora with Baabar's siblings. The drive was beautiful, just as I remember from my visit to these hills 3 years ago. However, it was very painful due to my fractured rib, which at that point in time I didn't know and thought it was just a muscle pull. The injury happened the previous evening while returning from Gulmarg, and when I woke up in severe pain the next morning, Baabarr immediately rushed me to the hospital.
हॉस्पिटल कश्मीर पड़ गया भारी
बर्फ पड़ गया भारी और ठंड पड़ गई। However, the X-ray didn't show the fracture, and it was diagnosed almost 10 days later when the pain didn't subside after I returned to Mumbai. That's one of the reasons I have difficulty speaking in this video. Anyways, back to this beautiful drive and my first fasting experience during the holy month of Ramadan. Even the excruciating pain couldn't stop me from this beautiful experience. It's like the Almighty and the universe gave me the strength to carry on.
Oh my god.
The end. Seriously? Wow. आगे कुछ नहीं, रोड नहीं है. I am finally putting my fears aside and walking on this bridge. Look at it. There's no support, just on logs. Wow. I've always liked seeing these bridges but never had the courage to walk on one of them. And today I decided to put my fear aside. Now all these houses that you see here behind are, the Gujar and Bakarwal people who live here. I have been up till here back in 2021 during autumn, and just somewhere down there I sat by the river for a very, very long time, just enjoying the vibes and playing with the autumn leaves and all the different colors. It was beautiful. And now I've come back when it's winter and it looks so different. This place is super cold, and now as the sun is setting, it's getting even more cold. I hope you all enjoyed getting a glimpse of this place. I've also featured this place in my earlier video of autumn of Bandipora, and it looked so different back then because it was autumn and the whole place was like just colored with different leaves. It was amazing. So this is all the sightseeing I've done here today. Yesterday we just went down to the Madhumati Nala, and enjoyed the sunset. And today I came back to this place just to enjoy the vibes and generally just chill. We are not really doing anything. But now it's already 5:30 in the evening, and now I need to make my way back to Baabar's house where we are going to break our fast. So this is how I have spent my first day of Ramzan, and also my very first Roza, and a day of fasting. So yeah, excited to see what happens next. Fasting is a time to be grateful for the many blessings we normally take for granted. The challenge, however, would be fasting in the hot and humid Mumbai temperature, once I'm back home. While the average fasting time is about 13 hours during Ramadan, I managed to fast for more than 16 hours. As we drove back, heading home just before sunset, the bustling, busy town of Bandipora started looking deserted, as most of the shops started rolling down the shutters, heading home for Iftar. We made our way back just in time as Baabar's mum set up our Iftar plates. We broke our fast with dates, fruit, and a traditional Ramadan drink called Babri Tresh. So we start with what? With dates?
Yes. We start with the dates.
Okay. Well, so my first fasting experience or my first rosa has been very nice. It wasn't too much of a challenge because one is the weather is good, so you don't feel thirsty. So I could go without water for that many hours. And secondly, I am also used to doing a little fasting on and off, so my body is accustomed to it. During Iftar, we had fruits, and then there was a lovely drink which was made out of milk and basil seeds, and there was some little coconut, I think, in it, little bit of sugar. I'm not a person who likes milk generally, but I did have a little bit to try it out. Yeah, so they keep it very simple. I mean, back home in Mumbai, I've seen Iftar is like a lot of fried stuff, a lot of oily things, pakoras, kebabs, and all those things. But here in Kashmir, it is just fruits and dates. So that's a very healthy way to break your fast. I think that's the perfect way to break a fast, because after your body is fasting for so long, you don't want to suddenly shock it. So yeah, it was nice. I had that, and then 2 hours later, we had dinner, which was normal food. It's been an amazing experience. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give fasting a try in your own way, whatever works for you. Because at the end of the day, when you look at it, every religion talks about fasting. Because whether it's Christianity, we have the 40 days of Lent. During Navratri, the Hindus fast. Muslims fast during Ramadan. The Jains have their own fasting. So it's a way of your body to give it a break and to detox your system, give it a rest, give your digestive system a rest. And I'm going to probably do a few more days of fasting, and we are entering the fasting phase for Christians as well in a few days' time. So I will definitely continue. Anyway, this is Merlin, the Gallivanting Soul, signing off from Kashmir in Bandipora. I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye. It's day 2 of Ramzan, and as you can see, this is literally near Ghat number 1 and 2 on Boulevard Road, and look how deserted it is. This place is normally bustling with people, with tourists. All the shops are open, but during Ramzan, most of the shops start shutting by 6 o'clock because it's Iftar by around 6:30, and they don't come back. Right now, only a few of the street vendors have come. Few shops are open, few restaurants are open because there are still tourists around. Otherwise, most of the shops have shut by 6 o'clock. So, if you're ever planning a trip to Kashmir during Ramzan, just remember that not everything is going to be open. Even the boatmen, like my boatman, my regular guy, I called him up. He had gone home early today. So that's going to happen during Ramzan. So keep that in mind. Best is to plan a trip after that. But if you want to beat the crowds, then probably this is another time you can, visit Kashmir and visit Srinagar.